Welcome to Mamzima Insights, where we talk real business, real struggles, and real growth. I am Sinesipo.
No fluff, no pretending, just honest conversations to help you build a stronger business. I am Sia.
Let's get into it.
I'm going to be honest today. I'm tired, not just physically, but mentally. I'm working every day. I'm posting, messaging people, trying to stay visible, trying to push my business forward, but the money just isn't coming in. And what makes it worse is that it feels like I'm doing everything right.
That feeling is something many business owners carry quietly. They're busy, but not necessarily moving forward in the way they expect.
So what's the real issue? Because from where I'm standing, it feels like effort should be enough.
Effort is important, but effort without direction leads to frustration. A business needs more than hard work. It needs structure, clarity, and a clear understanding of what you're building and why.
That sounds good in theory, but in reality, I'm just trying to survive.
And that's exactly where many businesses lose direction. When survival becomes the focus, strategy gets ignored. Let me ask you something. What exactly is your business offering, and who are you trying to serve?
I offer my service to anyone who needs it. I don't want to limit myself. I feel like I might miss opportunities if I narrow it down.
That's a common mindset, but it often works against you. When you try to speak to everyone, your message becomes unclear. And when your message is unclear, people don't connect with it.
So I'm making it harder for people to understand what I do?
Exactly. People don't just buy services, they buy solutions to specific problems. If they can't immediately see that you understand their problem, they move on.
That makes sense, but how do I actually define that clearly?
You start by identifying patterns. Ask yourself, who already pays you? What problems do they usually have? And what type of clients are easiest to work with? That's your starting point for defining your ideal client.
I've never really broken it down like that. I just take whatever comes.
And that's why growth feels random instead of consistent.
Okay, let's talk about pricing, because that's where I really struggle. I keep my prices low so I don't scare people away. I feel like if I increase my prices, people will stop choosing me.
And that belief is costing you more than you realize. Underpricing creates three major problems. First, it reduces your perceived value. Second, it attracts clients who don't respect your work. And third, it limits your income even if you're working harder.
But if I charge more, I might lose clients.
Some clients will leave, yes, but those clients are usually the ones who are never aligned with your long-term growth anyway. The goal is not to keep every client. The goal is to build a sustainable business.
That's hard to accept, but I understand it.
Think of it this way. If your business only survives when you charge low prices, then your business is not sustainable.
So how do I know what to charge?
Start with your costs. You need to understand how much it actually costs you to run your business. That includes your time, your tools, your transport, your effort, and your skills. Once you know your costs, you add your profit on top of that.
Right now, I just pick a price that feels right.
And that's why your income feels unstable. Pricing based on feeling leads to unpredictable income. Pricing based on structure leads to consistent growth.
This is starting to make sense.
Good. Now let's talk about something most people avoid: money management. Are you tracking your income and expenses properly?
Not properly. I just check my balance and move on.
That's a dangerous habit. If you don't track your money, you are guessing your financial position instead of knowing it. And guessing leads to poor decisions.
So what should I be doing differently?
You need to create a simple tracking system. It doesn't have to be complicated. Write down every expense, record every payment you receive, and review it regularly. The goal is awareness.
Okay, that's something I can start doing immediately.
Good. Now let's talk about how you operate daily. Do you have a structured routine for your business?
Not really. I just do things as they come.
That means you're reacting instead of planning, and reaction-based work leads to burnout.
That explains why I'm always tired.
Exactly. When everything depends on your mood or energy, your business becomes unstable.
So structure would help me feel less overwhelmed.
Yes, structure creates clarity, and clarity reduces stress.
What kind of structure should I have?
Start with your time. Assign specific times for marketing, client work, admin tasks, and planning. Even if it's simple, consistency will make a big difference.
I've been doing everything randomly.
And randomness doesn't scale.
I also feel like I'm doing everything alone.
That's another challenge. But here's the thing. You don't need a team to grow. You need systems.
What exactly do you mean by systems?
Systems are repeatable processes. They help you do things the same way every time without starting from scratch. For example, how you respond to clients, how you deliver your service, how you follow up. When these processes are clear, your business becomes easier to manage.
So instead of doing everything manually every time, I create a process.
Exactly. And that gives you more time and consistency.
Let's talk about clients, because sometimes it feels like people just don't support.
Support is not random. People support businesses that look trustworthy and consistent. If your business looks unstable, people hesitate.
So how do I build that trust?
Through consistency. Show up regularly, communicate clearly, deliver quality work every time. Over time, people start to trust your brand.
This is a lot, but it's starting to feel real.
That's because this is real. Business is not just about working hard, it's about building something sustainable.
I feel like I've been playing small without realizing it.
Awareness is powerful. It's the starting point of change.
So what should I focus on first?
Start simple. Track your money, understand your pricing, and build structure into your daily routine. Do those consistently, and things will begin to shift.
That feels achievable.
Good. We hope this conversation gave you something valuable.
Because growth starts with honesty.
And progress starts with action. Your business can grow, but only if you build it the right way.
Until next time.
This is Mamzima Insights.